Alright, we are back for the finals, and this time I did win the die roll, and that's a fine hand that I'm gonna keep. Just gonna check, yup, it is recording, because last draft I intended to record, but I just lost the draft because I did not click on the button, and that was stupid and annoying. I drew my third land, which was the more important. And I'm gonna play an army of rats. Just more and more rats. As we are most likely playing a blue control deck, blue-red apparently. Just gonna toss those rats onto the battlefield, and if they get countered, they get countered. But they did not get countered. Sweet. Blue-red control, I would presume. Alright. Blue-red flyer, maybe? Alright, beat down with the rats. Question now is... Ooh, I forgot, I'm dumb. My opponent can obviously block there. This was kind of a rush attack. I should have thought for a second. That being said, I don't think it's gonna matter too much, but it was still stupid. I guess I can Gravedigger the rats now, but I don't really want to do that. So next turn, yeah, I think playing the Shade first. Yeah, I think I should play the Shade first, because next turn, barring some things that my opponent could do, I can pump this at a 3/3 and ooh, well, never mind. Never mind. Well, back to square one. I mean, not really. Square 5, I guess. I should have a Ravenous Rats into the battlefield. My opponent should be at 14 there if they had attack with the Windrake, or I should be at 20. That was stupid. Sift, very powerful card. I would assume that my opponent is discarding a land. Alright. Ooh, the Drake is not attacking. Interesting. I might use Coercion, because my opponent does have a bunch of things in hand. Might want to deal with one of these things. Alright, I don't mind boosting my Shade. And you think dying? I think I'll Coercion. Ooh, that's a lot of things. Alright, so let's write down all that crap. So a Piker. Do not care about that. Wind Reader is a 3/3 flyer. Fisher is good. But none of those can really block my thing efficiently. I think I'm just gonna take Sea Monster, and my opponent will have absolutely no block for the Shade. I guess if I draw a 7th land, the Sea Monster cannot block either. Yeah, actually, I don't really care about that. I just have to wait to draw a 6 swamp. I think I'm just gonna take the Fisher, which I think is the best card here, the more annoying thing. Yeah, and if my opponent wants to play a Sea Monster, that's no problem. If I draw a land, that's very bad for them. And if I don't draw a land, I can just cast my rats, stay back with that, and attack later on when I do have the land, so it's fine with me. And I did draw a land, great. Do you want to block, or do you... that card is so busted. Alright. La 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 la. The Shade is growing, and my opponent does have to chump it each turn. Otherwise, they will die. Just die. Ooh, Thought Courier, pretty good. A Looter, and I guess a Goblin Piker to chump the Shade. Good news is I don't have to pump it too much, and I can play something else. Ooh, I almost think I auto-yielded through that attack, which would have been awful. My opponent does have a 3/3 flyer in hand, so I think playing the Fear creature has a bit more upside as playing Highway Robber, which will not be able to attack through that thing. They are looting. land is getting tossed into the graveyard, I would assume. Yes. Oh, second sea monster. So they have something better than that. The Wind Rider for reader, not rider, and maybe something else. Do you want to read the wind? Because my opponent can look at my top card. They don't seem to care about that. Sure. Let's let the maybe I should have played a rat first. So if they had a trick, they would have been forced to use it first. Yeah, I might have made a serious. Okay, they are just reading the wind. Ooh, volcanic hammer. They know about that now. I think it's enough. Yup. So I can just Ravenous Rats their last card away, which is supposed to be better than a sea monster. Ooh, Hill Giant. Alright. Yep, that army of rat is tearing my opponent apart. One card is clearly sick in this set and could make my opponent come back. It's a 7 mana card that costs 4 red, so they couldn't have cast it, and that deals 4 damage to your opponent and each creature he or she controls. That thing is busted. Unbeatable. Whatever you want to call it, it's probably one of the best cards in the set. But 3 red is not going to be enough to cast it. And my opponent might just not have it too. That could be another option. So blue-red control. Alright. That game was sweet. I mean, I completely destroyed my opponent. And those rats are looking amazing in this matchup. Might want Mind Rot. Not sure that I can fight their card draw spell very well with that though. You know, when they sift and you Mind Rot them, you probably lost a card for not match. And I'm not sure what I would cut. No, I think I'm gonna keep my deck the way it is. And I think it does have a very good matchup against most, you know, slower control-y deck. Hypnotic Spectre is also something that would completely wreck my opponent most of the time. I mean, they could have flying blockers. They do have flyers. But the Spectre is good. Alright, I would assume that we are on the draw. And that hand is a bit heavy on land. Also, it's almost a keeper. I'm not gonna keep it because I really don't need those reds. I have 3 shades, so yeah. 5 land is already a lot, and those are not even 5 good lands for me. So I think I'd rather mulligan. Alright, I think that hand is actually much better. And the opponent mulled too. Well, that's interesting. What are they talking about? Oh, I think they might have said that just after using the... Yeah, they probably said that after using the Wind Reader ability. And so the hammer. Yeah, I guess that's interesting indeed. Alright, anyway. Put a card on... No, never mind. It's not that yet. It's gonna be now. Put a... on... Why is it me deciding whether to mulligan to 5 card? What the heck? I'm not deciding anything. The clock is... weird. It might not be implemented very well yet. I think my opponent, if I'm not mistaken, my opponent should be deciding whether to put a card on top or on bottom now. Alright, they put a card on top and I'm gonna put a card on bottom. Alright. Upkeep. Please, no stop upkeep for the first turn. That, like, what does that accomplish? Alright, another 2-drop, don't mind that. Those rats are gonna be very annoying, I think, for my opponent. I might just play the Foul Imp first, though, just because it's better at beatdown. Why? Like, I don't understand the use of that. I mean, sure, you wanna stop in the upkeep sometimes, if you are a specific card. But you don't need to do that every time. I don't understand. Well, whatever. Let's play the Imp, Tyrion Lannister. And it might get countered. Alright, it will get countered. Sure. Don't mind that too much. I don't mind that. I should put a subject in my sentence. Otherwise, it's not really a sentence. I guess I'll play the Shade first and the Rat afterward. Double Rat is Mind Rot. Sweet. Ooh, that card is incredibly powerful. Probably one of the best cards of the set. Very good card. Well, that's mildly annoying. The rats should be good, because my opponent will be left with only one card, which I would assume they don't really want to be in that spot, but my shade is dealt with. Definitely dealt with. Ooh, if they are thinking now, they will be thinking even more when the second rat is gonna eat. Ooh, we got a Wind Reader. Awesome. Well, when you got Wind Reader and stuff like that, Ravenous Rat feels a bit like a Necrotal. Alright. Heal Giant. Ooh, and no land, so I can swing in with Shade for a bunch. Don't mind if I do. I don't think my opponent should jump block there. That doesn't seem very good. Yeah. And I will not play my Drudge Skeleton because they don't really, you know, do much for me now. And I'd rather just deal 2 more damages there, which could be important in the end. That being said, my opponent's board is better than mine. They cannot really attack yet, but if they draw another creature, ugh, that's gonna be bad. Yup. Ooh, that was a good draw. I should play my land first in case of mana leak. Let's play around that, shall we? No mana leak, apparently nothing. Alright, don't mind that. Well, those rats are threatening, because now I do have 2 things that my opponent kinda want to tap. I guess the rats are less, like, directly threatening, but... Ooh, I could triple block and regenerate the skeleton. I guess I mean, I will just block. Maybe my opponent wants me to regenerate, but if they have a removal, I'd rather have my opponent use it on the skeleton than on the rat or on the shade. Ooh, if they have Pyroclasm, that's so full. Ooh. Wildfire, yeah, that's pretty much the same. Alright. Ooh. Alright, we are back. Maybe my block was not good. Rise Dead. I think I'm just gonna Rise Dead the rat. I could try to Rise Dead something more threatening, but given that my opponent has 2 land, it's likely that I can get a card of that at some point. I mean a spell out of their hand, and getting something more threatening doesn't help a lot given the Manipulator anyway. And also I kinda wanna be able to cast my things, so... Most of the time I would have tried to, you know, I would have taken something more threatening and wait to draw lands, but here I think it's right to pick up the rat. I mean, those rats. My opponent can do that, that's for sure. Yeah, I see my Manipulator is broken. Even if it could only tap land, I mean creatures, it would already be good, but it's some... Stone Rain? Alright! Alright, yeah, that's vicious. Yeah, my opponent is trying to destroy my lands. Not nice, not nice. And I don't draw any of them. I think I'm losing this game now. The Stone Rain was kinda random, but efficient. Oh, come on. My opponent destroy five of my lands. Can I? Oh, draw step. Yeah, it doesn't change anything. All right, sure. I did draw a land though. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, sea monster. I don't care. Ooh, my opponent let me cast something. Quite weird. Quite weird. I don't have any reason to cast the rats though. Oh, they didn't have the manipulator available, that's why. I mean, this cannot attack because of manipulator and sea monster. This will not get a card. Don't really see any reason to play it now. But the rats and the coercion looks quite bad in that current spot. If my opponent plays a fisher, yeah, pretty much what I expected. Now I, might just die quite quickly, unfortunately. I think I'm just gonna print out the rat. I don't think it will help me, but it's like I don't have anything else to do. That's the other issue. Yeah, wildfire is good. I'm gonna kill that. I give my opponent a card by doing so, but I don't really want to take the damages anyway. And yeah. I don't have, yeah. I don't think it would be right to just wait and take thousands of damage from that thing. No, it's certainly not nice to give them a card, but I don't think I can afford to play otherwise. Please give me lands. Ooh, a land, sweet. So I could coercion, but I don't think they have anything, so I'm just gonna play my shade. This game is not lost yet, but I'm not in a good spot. Another 6-drop? Looting first, sure. The thing is, my opponent needs to find a way to kill me, because currently they are not losing, but not winning either. I mean, not winning either. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, Flowstone Slide, sure. They got my 2 creature, mildly annoying. I drew another shade. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. The least of my concern. Sure. Ooh, now I can play my Spectre. Sweet. Not sure why they did not tap Swamp as they were doing already, which was pretty good, I think. Pretty sweet choice. Windrake. I'm just gonna take the damage. I kinda wanna trade with Drake if I can. Might not be able to do that though. Alright, sure. How am I preventing my opponent from winning? Playing another, getting another flying creature onto the battlefield is probably a good idea. So the Windrake doesn't kill me. Because I would assume that my opponent deck doesn't have thousands of ways to kill. And if I can just make them draw and just make some trades, I might be able to win at some point. I guess we'll see, but it could happen. Sift, no problem. I mean, my opponent could be playing Reminisce, which is a 3 mana spell that shuffles back your graveyard into your library, which is pretty good in control decks. And that would be a bit annoying, but not sure why they did not attack with the Drake though. Maybe they do have that card and they will mill me, but there is not much I can do about that. Alright. I could actually Coercion, because if I get the Reminisce and they do actually have that, I will win. Yeah, I think that's a good play. No Reminisce. Just gonna take the Vanguard. Don't really care about the Sea Monster. Not sure that I do have that card. I mean, the card can look bad, but I think in a deck like my open deck, it would be awesome. For example. Alright, another Sea Dude, no problem. They could also have a card that makes one of my land being an island, then they can start attack with those. Don't mind me making the trade here. Guess my Spectre is being tapped. Yup. Alright. If my opponent doesn't have Reminisce in his or her deck, they will die though. They will just mill themselves and die. But I could definitely see them having that. Time ebb on my creature. Alright, sure. What is up next? Aylet. Yeah, Reminisce would be annoying. It would. I think my opponent would be able to just stall me out, basically. Otherwise, there is no way they are winning. Alright, tap the Spectre. Treasure Cruise, Cruise, Trove, never mind. Never mind. Ooh, Time Ebb. Don't care. I'm just worried about the Reminisce, as I mentioned. Anything else is gonna be complete nonsense. I mean, not nonsense, but it will just be thing I will not care about. Sure, drawing one more card. Yeah, I'm quite sure that my opponent does have Reminisce. Otherwise, I don't think they would have played this way. Drawing another card and reminiscing, I would assume. No. Not yet. They can wait one more turn. Alright. Ooh, sweet. Well, I guess I would have tapped that if they had Reminisce, otherwise that'd be pretty bad. I guess I'll just attack with the Spectre. That might be GG though. Boomerang, sure. Whatever. I guess I'll play the Holo Dogs and pass the turn. A counterspell, so yeah, either their last card is Reminisce, either they are dead. Like, even if the last card they have is make one of my thing an island, they can only attack for 6, so... Alright, that's gonna be game. Sweet! No Reminisce for the victory. I guess I'll play my Highway Robber for the form and pass the turn. Alright, so that's gonna be the draft, the game, the match, the final, whatever you want. It's finished. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like or subscribe, and I see you guys for another draft.